Grades ninth grade year are extremely important. My biggest tip for drama is to treat it like the plague and avoid it. Have a I don't give a mindset. He's going home to play Madden, not worry about your feelings. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angel and today I'm going to be doing a freshman advice video. I just finished my freshman year of high school and I think since I had a pretty good year, I can give pretty good tips to incoming freshmen. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so let's talk about your first day of high school. It's gonna be normal to be nervous, but don't let that consume you. Just remember that it's the first day for a lot of people and you're not the only new freshman there. On the first day, you really want to work hard to remember where your classes are. Normally, as a freshman, you're new to the school, like I just said, so it's okay to not know where your classes are, but try to remember what they're next to. If you have a science classroom that's close to the cafeteria, it's easier to remember it's close to the cafeteria than try to remember what hallway, what room number. That can help you, especially on the first day. Lastly, for the first day, make sure you guys participate in icebreakers. I'm not saying overdo it and tell your whole life story, but if a teacher asks like, for y'all to participate in 2 truths and a lie or what's your favorite color, make sure you do those things. It will make your anxiety disappear slowly over time and you'll also learn about other people in your class. Now let's talk about grades. Freshman year, your grades are extremely important. This is because you're laying the foundation for your GPA, also known as a grade point average. After all 4 years of high school, you're gonna have a number ranging from a 1.0 to a 4.0. If you start your high school career with a low GPA, you're gonna have a really hard time working that up. My biggest recommendation to you guys is to keep A's and B's. That way, when you finish your freshman year, you started with a decent GPA that you can keep afloat rather than a low one that you have to work on now because you played around and didn't take ninth grade seriously. Make sure you guys put effort into your work. This is how you make sure your grades stay good. Grades aren't really about how smart or how dumb you are. They're really about how much effort and energy you're willing to put in to get those grades. If a smart person does not work hard, guess what? We'll never know that person is smart because their grades won't reflect that. Make sure you guys study and revise your notes daily. In high school, curriculum moves way faster than it did in middle school. Every day you could be learning a new topic. After school is done and I would come home from school, I would make sure to go over the PowerPoints that I saw in class. That way when I came to class the next day, I'm prepared for the small review that they might do and ready to move on to the next topic. If you guys don't review, you're gonna forget, and if you don't retain that information early, it's gonna be way harder to study later. Next is come to class prepared. You're in ninth grade now. You're in high school. You're becoming a young adult. There's no more handouts. I mean, occasionally there will be depending on the teacher, but you want to make sure you're on top of your stuff. Come to class with your journals, your pencils, your pens, your paper. Be prepared, okay? If you need help to get something, that's one thing. But if you're always coming to class without your stuff, like, come on now. You guys need to build relationships with your teachers and your guidance counselors. When you build relationships with your teachers, they're more likely to help you and more willing to do it. For instance, a lot of kids, and my teachers would say this to me too, a lot of kids will come to school, end up with an 89 or whatever, but because they built that relationship with their teachers, the teacher felt more inclined to round that grade up. I'm not telling you to not try and then expect your teachers to round it for you, no. But if you do end up in a situation like that, being kinder to your teachers will allow you to get out of those type of situations. And lastly, for grades, do not be afraid to ask for help. Just because you're in high school doesn't mean you have to do entirely everything by yourself. If you do not understand something, don't be afraid to raise your hand and ask the teacher like, hey, I don't understand this. Also, sometimes other people will be scared to ask the teacher something, but you raising your hand may answer a question for literally everybody in the classroom. Okay, so my next topic is friends. The easiest way to make friends in high school is to just talk to new people. Start conversations. If you think somebody's interesting, don't be afraid to go up to them and say hello. What's the worst they can do? Along with that, making friends is really easy, especially when you're nice to people. I'm not telling you to let people walk all over you, but being nice, giving compliments, being kind, like those things make you an alluring person and make more people want to talk to you. Like I said, don't let people walk all over you, but be kind, be pleasant, be cordial. Those character traits are way better than being nasty or being rude. Next for friends is following the right crowds. In high school, people tend to get really persuaded by people easily. And it's not bad to be persuaded, it just depends on what you're being persuaded into. Always follow people who are in your own interest. If there's nobody in your interest, be that one person in your interest. Don't follow along with a group of people you have no business being around. Along with following crowds, follow the right crowd, like I said, and then don't be a victim of peer pressure. Only you are in control of you. Nobody can make you do anything. Just remember that. In high school, people think they're grown and stuff like that and want to try new things. And that's cool if they do it. Just because they do it doesn't mean you have to do it. People are making you feel lame because you don't feel compelled to do certain things. Do not be around those type of people. And lastly, for friends, just remember that friends will come with time. You don't have to force or rush anything. It's better that you just be yourself and that people will naturally come to you. Now let's talk about drama. I'm gonna tell you guys from now, high school is filled with drama. My biggest tip for drama is to treat it like the plague and avoid it. Drama brings you nothing good, okay? Nothing good. Make sure you keep your mouth shut around people, okay? Especially people who already like to run their mouth. If they're running their mouth in front of you, guess what they're doing? Running their mouth in front of other people, possibly about you. Talking too much gets you unnecessarily involved in things you have no business being in. Lastly, for drama is you need to be aware of it, but never in it. Be aware of the people who like to run their mouth, gossip, and have nothing going for themselves, but don't associate yourself with those people. If you ever find yourself in a situation with those people, like I said, keep your mouth shut. Do not say too much. Don't say none of your business around them. No. Just avoid it, guys. Avoid it, I swear. Along with that too, avoid fighting and avoid arguing. That stuff is not cute. It just brings down your image so bad and just makes you look like a person who lacks self-control. Don't be that person. Okay, so this is like a subcategory of drama, but this is gonna be called negativity. Have a I don't give a mindset, okay? Never let somebody's opinion or statement about you change the way you look at yourself. People honestly say things, especially in high school, just to get a reaction out of you. None of it matters at the end of the day. They're not paying your bills. They're not driving you to school. They're not putting food on your table. So what they say about you really doesn't matter. People who hate on others are usually insecure. Not even usually, they're definitely insecure. They have nothing else to talk about and have to discuss other people because they lack a life. Also with negativity, don't open yourself up to be, I don't know, ridiculed. Not everybody needs to know your business, especially people who like to gossip and have nothing going for themselves. What you tell them is what they're gonna tell X amount of people, DM people about. That makes you so vulnerable for no reason. Don't do that. If you really need somebody to talk to your parents, talk to a sibling, or talk to an actual trusted friend. Not no random girl from geometry class. Make sure you set distinct boundaries for yourself. Do not let people walk all over you, and know your limits. Know what you're interested in and know what you're just not gonna allow, period. Like I said, don't argue, don't fight into that, but always defend yourself. Like never be a person who can just be messed with, like no. But you don't have to do it in like a super rude way, but like people will get out of character if you don't say nothing to them. Check people in the most polite way possible. Now let's talk about relationships. Do not make a guy your everything. Do not make a relationship your everything. That will take you off track so bad. So bad. I know high school, the boys are cute, whatever the case may be, but it's really not worth it. It just distracts you so much, and there's so much bigger things you should be worried about in 9th grade year. Your grades, meeting new people who actually care about you, not some relationship that's not gonna matter by the end of the year. Another thing is do not be easy. Remember that you are the prize and you do not need to be eager just because some guy is showing you attention. They want to talk to you, okay? But just because that's happening doesn't mean you have to give yourself to them. You see what I'm saying? It should feel like, and it is, it should be a pleasure to talk to you, to be next to you, to have your number, all that stuff. Don't be easy. Treat yourself like a queen and walk like one and act like one too. Older boys is an automatic no, okay? Especially I'm talking juniors, I'm talking seniors. Older guys, okay, talking to younger girls, it's just a red flag. Even that sentence alone is just a red flag. They're not really here to show you attention. I'm sorry, I have to be realistic. They're just gonna give you a temporary satisfaction so they can do other stuff with you. Keep this in mind, seniors specifically are basically legal adults, and if they're not already, they're about to be. You're 14, 13 sometimes. Why would a legal adult want to talk to a little kid? Yeah, it's not adding up, it's not cute. Lastly, for relationship and boys advice, remember that high school boys are immature, okay? Don't expect too much from a 14, 15-year-old boy, okay? He's going home to play Madden. Not worry about your feelings, okay? Don't take these little boys seriously. They're just giving you attention because it makes them feel good in the moment, and it's just not gonna last. So don't put all your faith and energy into it. I'm saying this, guys, so I don't stir you all in the wrong direction. If you can avoid it, perfect. I'm not telling you to be blind to every guy. There's of course cute guys in high school, it's high school. Just make sure you're focused and you're prioritizing what really matters. Now let's talk about hygiene. Create a spa-like routine that allows you to reset every single week. 9th grade and just school in general can be overwhelming sometimes, okay? For not only your physical, but your mental health as well. Make sure you take time out of your week where you just sit down and really just relax entirely, okay? No work, no stress, no people, just you, yourself, maybe a good Netflix show. Do not overexert yourself. And if you feel like you are, having a reset routine once a week, some people usually do Sunday, is a great way to just take that weekly stress off of you and to prepare yourself for the upcoming week. Make sure you guys also have an effective daily shower routine, okay? Resetting once a week is great, but you also need to wash off and get the stressful day off of you every single day. Lastly, for hygiene is to keep up with your appearance. This could be making sure your hair looks good, that you smell good, that you just dress nice. When you put that energy into yourself, it will make you feel better. And when you feel better, you do better. You perform better. It's just really important to really put that energy into yourself, okay? You wanna feel confident every single day. And even if you're not like a consistently confident person, taking these little steps will make you one over time, I promise. Coming into ninth grade, I wasn't the most confident person, but now, okay? Last section of this video, I have mindset. Be open to trying new things, okay? Ninth grade year is a great way to reset, restart, and reinvent yourself. So take advantage of that. Try new things. Be daring. Enter clubs that you've never even thought about before. Also for mindset is to be confident in yourself, but not only yourself, but your decisions as well. Make sure you understand what you want for yourself, decision-wise, and then understand that you are amazing and you are capable, regardless of what anybody says. Also for ninth grade, it's crucial that you practice good time management. Some freshmen get into a lot of different clubs and programs, which is good, but you need to understand how to balance those things out. Only give your time to things that are the most important to you. If you want to be a straight A student who plays basketball, make sure majority of your energy goes to your grades and playing basketball. That also will keep you out of so much trouble and out of the nonsense because you're just so focused. Now, I'm not telling you guys not to have fun or trying to drill it in you like high school's just work, high school's just this. But I'm not gonna lie, high school, if you're not focused, majority of the time, that's the easiest way to end up in something that you just wish you wouldn't have done, okay? A good way to practice time management is time blocking and using a calendar. Time blocking is basically when you set aside time of your day that you dedicate to one thing. For instance, if you come home at 4 o'clock, you'll dedicate, let's say, an hour to maybe going to the park and playing basketball, 2 more to studying, and then the rest of your night is whatever you want. My last tip for mindset is try not to overthink every single thing that you do. I know as a freshman, it's common to be self-conscious and worry about what you're doing, what you're saying, and how other people perceive you. Just remember that none of these other people's opinions matter, okay? You're not gonna know them in 5 years. Shoot, you may not even know them in 5 months. So do not put too much value into things that they say about you. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. Just some simple basic tips, not too much to overload you, but enough so you get a grasp of what's important in ninth grade year. If you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is episode 2 in my back to school series. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in my next one.